Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. Today, as you see in the topic, the title is Ali Khan give Andrew Tate, you know, Andrew Tate, the pimp who became a Muslim. And actually, you know, I'm glad to have such a person join Islam, because he will be more effective to expose Islam. You know, as an example, he said the true Muslims are ISIS, and he is right. You know, at least he is honest. I mean, he is a pimp, but look like the pimp is more honest than those who claim to be sheikh. But you know, like I was coming to make a video. I wasn't sure what the topic really, but then I saw YouTube suggesting for me this video. So in this video here, we see not this one here. Oh, not this one too. I have too many videos in front of me. All right, here we go. So this video here says, Nu'man Ali Khan give Andrew Tate proof that the Quran from God. Now I'm not going to play the video, because those cowards always, when we play their videos, they make a copyright claim, even though we can fight it. But there's no need for the headache. Here we go. I have actually the link in the info. You can click and watch it if you want. And you will see in the video here, Ali Khan, he want to give one proof, just one proof that the Quran is from Allah. What is the proof? First of all, the Quran, brother, tell us not to drink and not to do gambling, and this is solve all mankind problems. But my friend, there's many religions say the same. What does have to do with the, I mean, the Bible says don't be greedy, which means don't love money, don't do gambling, don't be drunk, drunken, adulterer, fornicators, idolaters, they will not enter heaven. I mean, this is in the Bible. So how this can be the proof that from God? And there's many cults, many cult leaders. As an example, the Mormon. The Mormon, they don't even drink coffee, even tea. Not only they don't drink, they don't gamble, even coffee and tea is forbidden. But what does have to do with the proving that they are from God or from this is a very funny, stupid logic. And then he said, but I will give you an example about how the Quran can prove that it's from God. How? He said the way it's organized. And he gave him example, the chapter of Al-Baqarah. I wish I can play the video, but as I said, I have to be careful with those cowards. They always report us for copyright. So he said the way it's organized. But if you go in the Quran, and he himself, he have different video, he himself, he agreed that the Quran is not organized in a right way. Any author, any like in any sense of writing, it's written differently. It's not organized. Not only it's not well organized, it's not organized at all. So how you are saying to the guy, the Quran have a clear evidence. Let us see if I can find the video where he said that, but I cannot play it too. Give me a second. Ali Khan, how Quran was so he have many videos. He explained how the Quran is being organized. And if you see, like one of the video, he says the Quran did not come like one chapter at the time, like one chapter, one drop here, one drop there, like a drop of rain. And then later, according to him, the prophet, he ordered them where to put this verse here, this verse is there. So how that can be divine? But I will go with Ali Khan challenge that the Quran can be proven to be from God by the chapter of Al-Baqarah. If we ask ourselves first, Al-Baqarah, what does Al-Baqarah mean? Baqarah mean the cow. But why it's called the cow? I mean, isn't it funny even to have a name like this? And why? Who is the one who created the cow? Is it Allah? I challenge the Muslim to say yes. But if you ask yourself how this chapter will prove to us to be from God, before we go and we see why it's called Al-Baqarah, which means the cow, let us read together. Look at this. The first verse, Alif Lam Mim. If you ask Ali Khan, what does that mean? He will say nobody knows. So it's amazing. He said the topic is amazing. And then he says, this is the book, in it guidance, sure, without doubt. What book? At that moment, Muslims don't have a book. Muhammad is still receiving revelation, and he, Ali Khan himself, he says that it was recitation, it was not written. And then it says here, who believe in the unseen and are steadfast in prayer and spend out what we provide to them. But all people, they spend what they provide for them. What does that mean? Very silly, there's nothing. Then saying, is, believing in the unseen. Okay, but you just told me that Muhammad never saw his God. Muhammad never knew his God, and none of the Muslim knows anything about their God. So you are saying to me the proof that God is, the book is coming from Allah, is believing of the unknown Allah, which means he's the unknown author of the Quran. But if we continue, it says, and those who believe in revelation sent to thee and the sent before thee. Okay, but those Muslims, they keep saying that the Bible is corrupted. How they can send in what is sent before if they don't have it? And then we continue. Those are the winners, no problem. And then look at this. As those who reject the faith, as those who reject the faith, it is the same to them, whether thou warn them or did not warn them, they will not believe. Here you see Muhammad become dead before even he come back to life. According to the Quran, those who rejected the faith, well, this guy all his life, he wasn't a Muslim, he was rejecting the faith. And people of Quraysh in the time of Muhammad rejected the faith. And if you go and read the interpretation, they say there is a tribes, Al-Aus and Al-Khazraj and the Jews and people of Quraysh and etc. rejected the faith. But what the verse is saying? The verse saying, those who rejected the faith, you warn them or not, they will not believe, but later they believe. And that will make Muhammad a false prophet. But the Quran did not stop here. The Quran tells us why they don't believe and why they will not believe. Read carefully. Allah has set a seal on their heart. Okay. Let us speak any logic you wish. How you are complaining, calling them names. They are bad, they are not good, they will go to hell. And then we find that the one who made them not to believe is Allah. Are you guys with me? Why those guys don't believe? If you warn them or if you don't warn them, it doesn't matter. They will not believe. Okay, fine. Why? Because Allah, He sealed their heart and sealed their hearing and sealed their eyes. So how this can be from God? Remember, this is a book sent for guidance, as we saw just a few verses before. Huh? This is a book for guidance. Read carefully. This is a book for sure for guidance. Okay. But this book saying, the book of guidance saying, that the one who sealed the heart of the people who don't believe in the guidance is Allah. Do you see the stupidity? And by the way, I'm going to open my Skype. If there is any Muslim would like to join us, let me open it. Feel free. And remember, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm staying with Al-Baqarah, the chapter which Ali Khan, he mentioned, that this will prove to us that this is a book from God. All right. So now the Quran says that the one who made people not to believe is Allah. But isn't it the same book the Quran says that Shaitan is the one who do that? If I go right now and I type the words Satan, I will type the word Satan in Arabic, Shaitan, but we will see it in English. Mr. Shaitan. It's all over the Quran. Who is the one who mislead Shaitan? Who is the one who black the hair of the people? Shaitan. Who is the one who promised you to do the wrong? Is Shaitan. You know, it's in front of you. You see all those verses in front of you speaking about Shaitan. So Shaitan is the problem. Why don't people believe? Because of Shaitan. In chapter 5, verse number 90, it says, faith indeed. Huh? Oh, you have faith indeed. Wine and gambling and idols and divining arrows are abomination of Shaitan. Okay. Just focus with me. It is what? It is abomination from Shaitan. So how Allah, He promised me all of those things in the heaven? Same time, the same book, so-called the Quran, look at this. Chapter 2, the same chapter he's talking about, chapter 2, verse 219. The Quran saying that drinking wine and playing gambling have a benefit. Read carefully. They ask thee concerning the wine and gambling, say, in them a great sin, and some profit for men. But the sin is a greater than the profit. So is okay. How it is have a benefit, how it is a sin, how can be something have a benefit is a sin in the same time? Where in the Quran it says if you do gambling you will go to hell? I challenge the Muslim to show me. In fact, the Quran says فَاجْتَنِبُوهُ. Never say it's forbidden. And there's a huge difference between ijtanibu, which means avoid it, and it's forbidden. In chapter 5, verse number 91, it says that the one who don't want you to listen to Allah is Shaitan. But we just saw in the chapter 2 that the one who do not make you believe is Allah. If you ask the Muslim how is that, they will say to you, this is destiny. Allah decided before He created you who is going to believe, who don't. This is why the Quran is saying, you warn them, you don't warn them, it doesn't matter. For simply, it's a destiny. And if you ask yourself then, if Muhammad, he warned them or not, it doesn't matter. So what Muhammad came for? If you go to different verse in the Quran, it says that Muhammad was sent as a warner. He was sent as what? As a warner. Chapter 2, verse 119. Chapter 5, verse number 19. But let us go to 219. Indeed, we have sent you with the truth as a barrier, good news, and the warner. But the other verse in the same chapter saying, you warn them or not, they will not believe. So is that a game? Is that a joke? You believe or you don't believe? You warn them or not to warn them? And what the benefit of sending Muhammad to warn them if they will not believe anyway? And right away it says, and never the Jews will be pleased with you, nor the Christian. Okay, but the Muslim, they say that this guy and many, they say they were Christians and they converted to Islam. But the Quran says the Christian, the Jews will never convert to Islam unless you follow their religion. And this is stupid to say, because the Jews didn't accept foreigners to be Jews. You cannot be a Jew. A Jew is going to be born from a Jewish family. You might say right now they are doing it just because they have they are trying to support themselves with their population. They have a very small population in the world. And if we go in the Quran, in the chapter of Al-Baqarah, we keep going. So Allah is the one who sealed our hearts, so Allah is shaitan. And then here it says, there is a disease in their heart. So what Allah He do? He increased their disease. So Allah don't guide people. Allah increase their disease. So if somebody is a fornicator, like this guy, the pimp, Allah will make him do more pimping or pumping. Right? Allah will not help you. In the case of Jesus, He said, I came for the sick, not for the healthy. In the case of Allah, He increased your diseases. Okay. And Allah will punish them in the day of judgment. Why? He increased their diseases. Now, when it says to them, make not mischievement on the earth, they say, why we only went to make peace. So they are saying to him, you are a liar. We did not. What mischievement you are saying? And He answered them, surely they are ones who make mischievement, but they are realize not. Can you believe it? You see, if somebody is a thief, he will not realize that he's a thief. He do, right? If somebody is a rapist, he don't realize he is raping a woman. If somebody, he just killed a man, didn't he notice that he just killed a man? So what the Quran is saying, that those people really are good people. He is accusing them of mischievement, but he failed to prove it. What is the mischievement? They refuse to believe in Muhammad. But what is the proof that Muhammad is a prophet? You will see in the same Quran, they are asking Allah, like in the same chapter, so why Muhammad don't have any sign from his God? The same chapter 2 saying, 118, those who have no knowledge, they say, why does not Allah speak to us or come to us with a sign? So the Quran confirm that Muhammad, he have no sign. And you see, if the Quran is amazing, why Allah don't say to them, look how the Quran is organized, as you said, Mr. Ali Khan. What the heck is that? They are asking for a sign. And not only that, as we know, according to Muhammad, the Jews, they made an agreement with Allah that they will not accept any prophet. Allah, He made a condition on them, that she shall not accept any prophet unless he gave a sacrifice, like the same as Abraham. And then Allah will send down fire like Abraham. Okay, wonderful. So who is the one who put the condition? Allah. He gave it to who? To the Jews. What is the condition? You don't accept any person claim to be a prophet unless he do the same as Abraham or the same as Adam. According to Muslims, even Adam, he did that. His children, Adam, Cain and Abel. So the Jews, they said to Muhammad, we have a promise from Allah. Allah, He took a promise from us not to believe in any messenger unless He showed us a sacrifice consumed by fire from heaven. What the answer was? Well, there's many prophets before me, they have the same sign, you do not believe. So why you call them Jews if they don't believe? I mean, do you see the stupidity? Why we are calling them Jews if they don't believe? The one who don't believe in the previous prophets who gave sacrifice, they are not Jews, they are atheists maybe. They are Hindus maybe. I mean, do you see the stupidity? Why we are calling Jews, why we are calling them Jews if they don't believe? If you ask any Muhammadan, who is the Jew? They say those who follow Moses. What the heck? But this verse says, you know, there is many signs like this came to you before you did not believe. Okay, name for us one. Name for us, Muhammad, one person. He asked, he gave a sacrifice, and the Jews and the fire came down from heaven, and the Jews did not believe in him. Remember, we are not even reading any chapter. I mean, we are just trying to compare the chapter of Al-Baqarah, even though this is chapter 3, verse 183. But this is a stupid book. So the Jews and non-Jews, they ask Muhammad for a sign, and Muhammad, he have zero miracles. So the Muslim now, they ask, this guy Tate is asking, what is the proof that Islam is from God? You say to him, how the Quran is written? Well, I challenge you to make a book like mine. Can you? I challenge anyone in the world to make a book like mine. Any of my books. How stupid is that? I challenge anyone to make a book like Shakespeare. Al-Jahiz. I mean, there's any writer, actually, even if a kid, he made a book, even if a kid, he is like 10 years old, and we ask him to write a book, and he made a challenge, make a book like mine, nobody can win. Why? Because if I made it like him, I'm copying him. So the guy is asking you for a proof that Muhammad is from God, and you say to him how the Quran is made? What about say to him that Muhammad is, you know, he walked in water, he controlled the storms, Muhammad, he healed the leper, he made the blind see, he bring people from death. So because they are bankrupt, they have nothing, they said the Quran, and this is the Quran in front of us, we are laughing. Let us go back to the Baqarah. We are going to go through it so we can love together. It's fun. So Allah increased the disease in their heart. Obviously Allah is not God, Allah is Shaitan. And Allah, he said to him, why do mischievement? They said, we are not making mischievement, we are making peace. Allah, he said to him, no, you are doing mischievement. How, if we say to them, believe like others, they don't believe. And not only that, they say, shall we believe as the fools believe? And now I challenge the Muslim to tell me that not every Muslim who believes in Islam is not a fool. What kind of religion promises me, and supposedly I am, let us say I want to be smart now, I want to believe in Islam, that there is a God, if I believe in him, he is right now as we speak making a lot of versions and they have no panties for us. So they are right. So when the Arab, they say that Muhammad, you see, the Muslim, they say the Quran is amazing, but the Quran saying the Arab, they say this is a book of fools. How many times we heard the Muslim saying that the Quran is amazing, and then we find that the Quran, the Arab says, the one who believes in the Quran is a fool. We have a Muslim here is saying a statement. Let us put it on the screen. Why you don't call me my friend, so we can see how smart you are. This is a great example of the foolishness of Muslims. Let me a little bit clean my screen. Give me a second, and I will put his comment. Because each time we take a screenshot, it takes a space, and then it hide. We cannot see it no more. Okay, where is the screenshot of this guy? All right. We will wait for you on the screen. Give me a second. So look what this gentleman here is saying, just to show you the foolishness of, you know, the Muslims. They are just copy-paste people. They don't have a brain. They say, you are a fool. How come God has sacrificed his son? This is the most stupid comment ever. So how Abraham, he sacrificed his son? And how Allah, he sacrificed a sheep? Allah sacrificed to who? You see, I'm going with your logic. Secondly, who is the one who said to you that the father, he sacrificed his son? Did the father call the Jews, he say, hey, kill my son? Did the father hang the son on the cross by himself? You are silly and you are stupid like your prophet. So now if we ask you, the fool who believe, how come God has sacrificed his son? How your God sacrifice a sheep? And he sacrificed to who? No answer. Because the story doesn't make any sense in Islam. Muhammad is a thief. He learned those stories, all of them, after he moved to Yathrib. Between the Jews, before that he do not know them. So in Islam there's nothing makes sense, for this is a very stupid, silly religion. And even their question or their challenge is just a joke. So we go back. It says here, I mean, if I want to read every verse by verse, we will spend, this is a very long chapter, you know, this very long. But let us see some stupid things in the Quran. We will read the same chapter they are mentioning, you know. Read this verse. Allah disdains not to use similitude, things lowest as well as highest. Those who believe know that it is the truth from their Lord, but those who reject faith, they say, what means Allah by the similitude? But he caused many astray. Like, what the heck? Let us change the translation. The translation is very weird. Yusuf Ali, as Yasir Qadi, he said, this guy, he don't even know Arabic. But do Yasir Qadi speak Arabic too? Maybe he should join us so we can laugh at his Arabic. Look at this. Verily Allah is not ashamed to set forth a parable, even of a mosquito or so much more, even when it's bigger or less or smaller, no problem. And as for those who believe, they know it's from the truth of their Lord, okay? But those who disbelieve, they say, what did Allah intend by this parable? By it, he misled many, and he guided many. Who is talking? Allah. You see here, the end of the quotation. The disbeliever, they say, what Allah intend by this parable? Allah, he answered them, he says, by it, he misled many. Do you see it? And he guided many. So who is the one who mislead? Is Allah. So the same verse in the Quran, Allah, he make it to misguide and to guide. But you remember, the one who do read the Quran is the one who believe. Like you as an average Christian, why you read the Quran anyway? I read the Quran because I want to get it busted. But you, as a Christian, you don't read the Quran. So who is the one reading the Quran? So by reading the Quran is a book which guide and misguide. How in the world that can be a miracle? The book is guide and misguide. It's like Joe Biden. You know the thing? And he mislead thereby only those who they are all fiskun. Al-fasiqeen. Look at the translation, you know, look at translation. So Allah mislead by it only the rebellious, the disobedient of Allah. Look at the stupidity. So the Quran mislead the one who is misleaded already. Like, how you can mislead them twice? Secondly, I thought that from the beginning of the Quran it said this is a book of guidance, and now you are saying Allah he mislead with it. The bad one, but isn't it the Quran came for the bad one, so they will be good? Isn't it the Quran came supposedly to make the one who don't believe, and the one who is misguided guided? So now we find that the Quran, it will misguide you. And not only that, by the way, when the Quran here says mislead, in Arabic it says وَمَا يُضِلُّ بِهِ وَمَا يُضِلُّ بِهِ, which means he did not deceive with it except the bad ones. But the bad ones is the one who need guidance. What the heck was that? So if the Quran is sent for those who are guided, that means there is no reason for Muhammad to come. Do we have any Muslim have the courage and the knowledge to call me? We are live on air and my Skype is open. If you are a sheikh with long beard, you are more than welcome. And then if you continue here, look at this disaster. Look at this. Remember, he said, like, this is a book. It's amazing how organized. I mean, how this have to do with this? Suddenly now he jumped from the people of Quraysh and now he's talking about how Allah created the earth. Okay, how Allah created the earth? He says, He it is who created for you. Okay, He who? The Muslim, they say Allah speak as a third person. Why He speak as a third person? What's wrong with Him? Allah, He say we. We ask the Muslim why He say we. They said because it's a majestic. So Allah don't like to be one. He like to be many. So He tried to fix it. He wished to be many, but He's not. So He say we. So He tried to give Himself we, fake we, to make Himself majestic. And then, do you notice the stupidity in this verse? According to this verse, it is He who created for you that all in earth, and then He went to the heaven, and then He made the heaven 7. So which one Allah finished first? The earth. Hey, potato. Which one Allah He finished first? So they told the guy that the Quran, that Al-Baqarah alone, Al-Baqarah, brother, Al-Baqarah. And by the way, that day in the interview with this guy, he said, Islam give him peace. And he is the one who says the only true Muslim is ISIS. I mean, what a scam, both of them. All of them, they fit together. I mean, the pimp, the scam, the fraud, the liars. That's why he's there. Actually, there's a license in the Quran for pimp, but we will go for that later. So when they say the Quran, it's amazing. Okay, let us see what is amazing about it. When we find that the Quran is stupid, according to the Quran, as you see here, chapter 2, verse number 29. And Ali Khan is the one who said chapter Al-Baqarah as an example. We are reading Al-Baqarah. So if we ask the Muslims now, which one Allah created first, the stars or the earth? Anyone can answer us? Who is a brave Muslim? Have the courage to call me and tell me the answer. Which one Allah created first? The verse in the front of you, the verse is so clear. So this is the book of guidance. Allah, He finished everything on earth, and then He went up where? And that's mean Allah was down. Why Allah came down? Came down from where? If there's no up yet. Hey, Christian Prince, first of all, you are lying for us. The Quran did not say He go up, it said istawa. Yeah, Zakir, do you speak Arabic? Christian Prince, I don't speak Arabic, but the word istawa mean he went up. What the heck? It's the same. So he went up, so he was down. Christian Prince, respect yourself. Allah never was down. What the heck? If he went up, that's mean he was down. It says istawa, rose over where? Christian Prince, I know that you are stupid, and we have to agree that Arab Christian are stupid people, and I'm going to show you that you are stupid. When I say Allah, He rode over, doesn't mean that Allah, He went and took the elevator. It means like He took a step and He went up to the sky. Exactly. Okay, Zakir Naik, thank you very much. So Allah, He went up to the sky. So He was where? He was down in the earth. So Allah is small, and Allah He moved, and Allah is physical. So He rose over where? It says toward the heaven. So where he was in the earth. What a stupid religion. A Muslim calling himself Helen. This is the only one who do that is ultimate fort. He became a girl. Sometimes he is a fakira, and sometimes he is a... I told you this is a ultimate fort. Fakira. Hello? Hello, Yahoo. How are we doing? Fakira, are you there? I mean, the guy is changing his voice. Let me, hold on. Let me call him back. Hello? Hello? Yeah, who is with me?
John.
Who?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what? Are you a Muslim?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What do you want to say to us? What is the answer? Which one Allah created first, the earth or the heaven?
Can't you see that the earth has been created before he even went to the heavens?
Okay, so did Allah created the stars after or the earth before?
Are the stars part of the earth?
Huh?
What
Which one
does the
Allah?
stars
Which one
gotta
Allah
do with
finished?
the
Which
earth?
one Allah finished first? The earth and whatever in the earth, or the stars?
I said, what does the stars have to do with the earth, sir?
Yeah, this is Ultimate Fart changing his voice. Aren't you Ultimate Fart?
Who?
No, it sounds weird. So anyway, are you changing your voice? Is that your voice?
Why would I be changing my voice, sir?
Okay, no problem. So the stars created after the earth?
God said he created things on the earth, then he turned to the sky and perfected 7 heavens.
Okay, so the sky was created, the stars was created after the earth, right?
So the sky was finished.
The stars. Focus with me. The stars. Was the
talking about the
stars?
stars. You said about the heavens and the earth. You said the heavens and the earth.
When the stars was created, before the earth
The
or
stars
after?
are part of the stars are part of the sky.
This is not the question. We know it's part of the sky. This is not the question, and the earth is part of the sky
So
too.
then why are you comparing the stars and
I'm
the earth?
asking you a question. Listen, aren't you Ultimate Fart? Be honest with me. You change your voice. You are calling yourself Helen now.
Ultimate who?
Ultimate. You do not know Ultimate now.
Ultimate. You said ultimate what?
Okay, so is the stars created after the earth?
The stars finish the creation of the heavens.
What the
After the heavens was
focus with me.
perfected,
Focus.
God said after he put things on the earth,
This is not the
he
question.
turned to the sky
I'm asking you. Was
and
this
perfected 7
focus with me?
universe.
I don't want to repeat my question 100 times. So let us speak like adult. Was the stars created after the earth is created or before?
Are you comparing the creation of the heavens and the earth, or are you comparing the creation of the
Last time I will
stars
repeat
and
my
the
question.
earth?
Last time, otherwise I will hang up on you. I don't
Where
want
are
to
you running away from?
I don't want to speak to kids. Was the stars created after the earth or before the earth? Very simple.
I said after the earth was created and things was created on earth.
Okay, so
then
the stars,
to the
the
sky,
stars are created after the earth is created. Can we confirm that?
way after Thumma. You know what Thumma means?
So what is that? Thumma. Okay. So the stars are created after the earth is finished, correct?
After things was created on earth.
No, after
not
the
only
earth is finished. The earth is finished. The verse in front of us says he created
finished.
everything in the earth, everything on the earth. So
what's your theory? What's your theory? What's your problem? Do you have problem with those?
stupid. This is ultimate fault, changing his voice. Because I promise I will not let him speak with his filthy language. Anyway, so you see, he said, we got the answer already. Yeah, he created everything in the heaven after that, you know, okay, but this is mean the Quran is a stupid book, because in different verse the Quran says that Allah created first the stars and then he created everything on earth. Very silly. You have no dignity. You change your voice and you change your name and you call yourself Helen. What an idiot. If you go to chapter 79 and you read verse number 27, you will see Allah created the heaven. He built it. He raised it. He made the day and the night, which mean the stars. And then after that, he started walking in the earth. And then after that, he made the earth flat. And then after that, he made the water come out. And then after that, he put the mountain in the top of it. But if we go to the previous verse in chapter 2, Allah created everything on earth first. And then he went to heaven to finish the heaven. But in this is chapter 2, verse number 29. But in chapter 79, verse number 27, Allah start working in the sky. Then he raised the sky. Then he made the day and the night, which mean the stars, the sun, the moon, etc. And then after that, he started working in the earth, which means after that, he went down to the earth. And after that, he went and he made the water. And after that, he put the mountains. And not only that, we have more verses. And you know, remember, this is the Quran, which is amazing. No can make Quran, no one who can make Quran like this. Like, let us face it. You know, let us face it. I mean, who can make Quran like this Quran? Nobody. Nobody, for sure, nobody. Let's see. Nobody can make Quran like this. This is chapter 41. You can read from verse number 9. It says, it is he who created for you everything in the earth in 2 days. And then after that, he put the mountains in the top of it. And then after that, he went to the sky and he made them 7 skies. And after that, at the last thing, in 2 days, and by the way, here it's 4 days. So 2 days, here 2 days to create the earth. Here 4 days to create everything in the top of the earth. That is 6 days. And now 2 days to create the heaven and finish it. And Ibn Kathir says the sky was a smoke, which means there was nothing, and the smoke was coming from the earth because Allah was cooking. And then he completed them in 7 sky in 2 days, and then he made the lamps. So what is the last thing Allah he created? The lamps in chapter 41, verse number 12. But the other 2 chapters we showed you, chapter 2, verse number 29, Allah created everything on earth first, and then he went to heaven. In chapter 79, verse number 27, Allah created the sky. Allah he rose the sky. Allah he made the day and the night, which means the sun, the moon. After that, Allah he started working in the earth. After that, Allah he brought the water and the substance. After that, Allah he put the mountains. Speaking of the mountains, according to the chapter 79, verse number 32, the last thing Allah created, it was the mountains. Let us go back. Try not to laugh with me. Which one is the first one Allah created? Remember, there it was the last thing, the mountain Allah he made. But here in chapter 41, Allah he created the earth in 2 days. And then he set in the top of the mountain. So the second thing Allah he did the mountains. Do you see how stupid this book is? And this is a book from God. And then the Muslim men, they call themselves Helen. I made them change their gender. So how this book can come from God? And not only that, what make it even more horrible, that the stupid Muhammad, he said, if this is a book made by other than Allah, you will find in it a lot of contradiction. Okay, great. That's wonderful. What we will find? A lot of contradiction. You know, when you put the condition, you cannot reject the condition no more. You made a condition. And the condition is, if this book is made by other than Allah, you will find a lot of contradiction in it. If you remember in my intro, Mimi Hijab, he said to Borat, he said to him, well, the Quran says if this is a book, if it's not from Allah, which meant he meant from God, you will find in it a lot of contradiction. Borat, even though he's stupid, he was smarter than the Muhammad, and he says, well, have no contradiction, or contradiction does not mean it's from God or not, because I have a phone book in Arabic, have zero contradiction. So even the logic is so stupid, because any man, I have a book, my book, you can read it, there is no contradiction. Does that mean I'm God? There's millions of books, maybe billions, I don't know how many books we have for mankind, and they don't have contradiction. Does that mean they are from God? That is the most silly argument ever. But even Muhammad, he did not stand for his own examination. He himself, he put the standard. This is chapter 4, verse number 82. And he was wondering why they cannot, accept this stupid book. What's wrong with this Quran? If this book made by other than Allah, you will find contradiction. But this is the most silly, stupid argument ever. It's like saying to somebody, if this salad is not made by Allah, you will find a bad taste in it. But there's many people, they have a good salad. But here we have a bad taste. Does God don't even remember which one he made first? The stars or the mountains? And this is why when you ask Abdul, as we see, he tried to play games, he will never answer. Which one Allah created first? The stars or the earth and everything in it? My question is so simple. Which one Allah created first? The stars or the mountains? What you mean, my friend? Just tell me yes or no. Which one Allah created first? They will never answer, because the answer is an embarrassment. The reason you have to repeat the question 1,000 times, because they are afraid to answer. There's a guy, he made an article about how to debate a Christian Prince. He says, if Christian Prince, he said something, even if he said the Prophet was good, don't say yes, and don't say no, because he have a trap for you. So a Muslim will call me, and now in order to survive a debate, he will not say yes, he will not say no. Even if he said to you, the Prophet was a wonderful man, don't say yes. So how to debate with me? Don't say yes, don't say no. And then I have to repeat the question 1,000 million times. I lose my voice repeating the same question. Because if we say yes, we have a problem. If we say no, we have a problem. Whatever we say to this guy, we are in trouble. If you remember, once a Muslim, he called me, and I was reading for him the hadith about the goat. Remember? And I said to him, so the goat went inside the bedroom of Muhammad, and she took the Quran from under his pillow, and she ate the Quran. Said, Christian Prince, you are lying. The hadith does not say under the pillow. It was under the Prophet. And now supposedly he got me busted. So I said, are you saying your Prophet, he sat on the Quran? The second I said that, he said, okay, now let's go to a different topic. I said, no. You just said, did you just say that your prophet, he said on the Quran? Supposedly now he got me busted. The hadith does not say under the pillow. Christian Prince, you're lying. He said, okay, what I did, how I lie? Oh, the hadith doesn't say under the pillow. It was under the prophet. And this is why they are so, you know, they are very much intimidated. They don't dare to debate me. They are so low in the IQ. They are so silly, so stupid, like their prophet. So the conclusion, Muhammad, he said on the Quran, you know, have you ever heard of somebody, he have a holy book, he put his ass on it? So he decided not to accept that Muhammad, he have the Quran under his pillow. He said to himself, oh, I got him busted. Look, the hadith doesn't say that. The hadith says it was under the prophet. So I said pillow. He said no, under the prophet. And supposedly he's a winner now because he got me busted. He was laughing. But the second we said, are you saying your prophet was sitting in the Quran? He swallowed his tongue. He didn't want to talk about it no more. So when those Abdul, they say that the Quran, the chapter of Al-Baqarah is the most amazing chapter, we laugh. And if we ask the Muslims why the chapter of Al-Baqarah is called the Baqarah, you will not believe it. What is the reason? A Jewish man, he got killed. The Jewish people, they came to Muhammad and they said to him, Prophet of Allah, can you ask your God? Just search for the hadith about Muhammad, the goat ate the Quran, you will see it. Just search for the hadith about Muhammad eating the goat. Eating the goat, sorry, the goat eating the Quran. You will find Muhammad, the Quran is underneath of him. Anyway, so the Jews, they came to Muhammad and to Musa, sorry, supposedly here, and they said to him, Habibi Moshe, there's a guy, he got killed, Moshe. Can you call your God Moshe to so we can get Muhammad? By the way, is telling us, taking a story from the Old Testament, but the stupid, he fabricate things. He fabricates things, is not there. All of us, we knew that Moses was a leader, was a prophet in the same time. He's like their king. So they came to Moshe, Habibi Moshe. Shalom, Habibi, Shalom. Moshe, we have a Jewish guy, he was killed by a dagger. Can you tell us, ask your God who is the one who killed him? So Moshe, he called Allah. Allah, he said to him, Habibi Moshe, Habibi, no problem, Habibi. Go tomorrow and bring a cow, Habibi, and then beat the dead man with the cow pieces, Habibi, and then the guy will come, will come back to life, Habibi, and he will tell you what the heck? So Moshe, he went and he looked for a cow, and then he cut the cow pieces. Some Muslims, they say he beat the guy by her tongue. Some they say by the tail, some they say by the penis, which is very, very, I mean, something. So he struck the dead man. You can imagine how much blood over the guy now. He's dead. He was killed. And now we are beating him by a cow. And now after beating him, the guy, he stood like stand like a zombie. And he says, my name is Jack Shalom. I was killed by Shushu Khibibi. And he died again. So this is the Quran will make the guy prove to the guy that this is from Allah. And not only that, the verse saying, and this is how Allah, he raised people from death. Can you believe it? He described for him how the cow looked like. What is the description of the cow you should use? Now you kill the cow. And you offer the cow as a sacrifice. And then you take the cow and you beat the guy with the beef. Don't do that in a Hindu territory. You will be in trouble, trust me. This is how you can prove to us that this is from God. Yeah, I think this is the same potato he's calling again. Let us see. Do we have any Muslim here? He like to tell us what's going on? Is that a reason to believe in Allah now? And is it true that Allah, He raised people from death by beating them by beef? Yes, stupid. Yeah, don't call me again, ultimate fart. Changing your voice, changing your name. You became a female. Coward son of Muta. So look at this. How in the world anyone can believe in such a garbage book? And then you have the courage to say to the guy, he's not a guy, he's a pimp, sorry. And by the way, you know, if this guy, he became a Muslim, what about donating all your money to the prostitute who destroy their life? You spread AIDS between them. At least give them the money back. Give them the $300 million you have. If somebody repent, guys, and he got his money from Satan work, shouldn't he give all his money without leaving a penny? If my money, all of it is from prostitution. So what is the point of I convert to a religion and then I keep the money? The clothes you are wearing is from the vagina sweat. The watch in your hand is from the vagina work. The microphone in front of you, the couch you sit on it, the house you live in, the villa, the cars, all of them, they are coming from vagina. So if you are a decent man, give all the money you have. And you give it to the prostitute, not to anyone else, because those are the ones who've been abused by you. But those are fake people. They try to clean themselves suddenly. So he became religious now. Now I have the money, I need to fix my name. You cannot fix your name. If you want to fix your name, you repent, you give all the money you took for those poor women who you abused them. Somebody's saying, I got to go sleep. Why you are telling me? People, how this book can be from God? You know, a human being can do whatever he wants. A human being is silly, is greedy, is fake, is a scammer. We have tons of kind of a human being. We have the decent one, we have the scumbag, we have the wonderful people. We have, but now we are talking about God. This is a book from God. And now he was talking about what? About beating the guy with the beef. Suddenly he's talking about the Christian and the Jews. Like, what is the connection? What does verse have to do with the verse before it? And what the verse before it have to do with the verse before it? And I find it very funny that here a guy was killed by a dagger. By the way, the Muslim, they have an article about this verse saying the Quran brother teaching how to do massage 1400 years ago. Massage for heart attack. Like you coward son of Muta. This is about a guy who was killed. Even the verse says that, slew the man. I mean, do you see how they lie? They say we do massage to the man. The Quran says hit him with it. This is massage now. The guy is dead by a dagger. What heart attack? They have no shame to lie, to fabricate, just to make a miracle which does not exist. But here I want to remind people about something very important. If you remember, once Muhammad was accused that he stole an underwear. Do you remember? Muhammad, look at this religion, the companion, look at them. I mean, imagine what kind of companion, you know, in Middle East we say, you know them, you want to know a person, Look at his friends. If you want to know a person, who is he, look at what kind of a friends he associates himself with. So look at this now. The companion of Muhammad, they are accusing Muhammad that he stole an underwear. Chapter 3, verse 161. How Allah, he refuted them. He says, it's not for a prophet to steal. And look at the funny translation. Trust? What trust? I mean, those people, they are really weird in the translation. This is about trust. Are you sure? Hey, Abdul, where the word trust is coming from? Yaghul mean trust? You remind me of those jokers from the Dawah channel. They say that the word Arab mean penis. Arab mean penis? May Allah penis you. It's not for any prophet to take illegally part of, oh, look, what the heck, illegally? It says, Yaghul, you thief. I mean, look at the translation, man. And look at this. We just changed the translator. Now it's illegally. What does that mean? They are even fighting over what? About theft. Already the booty is a theft. They attack the caravans and now they are fighting over the money. But if you think about this one, I don't know if any one of you notice why I'm mentioning this. How come here Allah, he made the verse says Muhammad did not take the panty. And in the case of the guy who was killed by the dagger, Allah, he made the cow, make him come back to life. You know what I'm saying? When Muhammad he stole, Allah did not tell us who is the one who killed the guy who took the panty. Until now, nobody knows. Or what the Quran is saying, it's not Muhammad. Have you ever heard of this? I mean, this is a God who knows. The Muslim, they say, Allah, he knew the unseen, which nobody knows, right? If Allah, he knew the unseen, can't he tell us who is the one who took the underwear? And how come in the case of this Jewish guy who was killed and nobody know who he killed him, now Allah is telling Moses, well, go and kill a cow and beat the guy with the beef, and then he will come back to life and he will tell you who killed him. What about Sayyidina Muhammad the same? Bring all the Muslims, start beating them by beef, and the one who did lie, he will talk. Until now, the underwear is missing. In the case of Moses, he did exactly as Allah he told him. He did beat the guy with beef, and then the guy he stand up is dead. But he talk, you know, brother, he talk. And not only that, it says he bring him back to life. And not only that, it says, and this is how Allah bring people to life. This is how Allah, he bring people to life, by beating them by beef. Can't Allah bring the guy to life without beef? What's wrong with pork? Why not a cow? I mean, why not a goat? What about camel meat? Can we use mortadella? What about a fish? And this how Allah, he resurrect people from death? Do we have any brave Muslim? Remember, we are just reading chapter 2. We did not even go out, you know, like this is the most stupid chapter. This is they call it even chapter. And the funny here in chapter 2, verse number 77, it says, don't they know not that Allah knows what they cancel and what they reveal? Okay, tell us who is the one who took the underwear. Do we have any brave Muslim who would like to call us? Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is a Christian prince defeating your God, defeating your prophet, defeating your religion, and you can do nothing about it. You cannot refute me. You cannot answer me. and more to come. Wait for my books, new books to be published. Who dare? If there is any brave Muslim, he have the guts. Any brave Muslim. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Remember, if you defend Allah and His Messenger, Allah will give you extra versions. Don't miss your chance. Extra versions, not every day you can get them. In the day of judgment, Allah will say to you, bravo, bravo, you called the Christian prince and you did not answer anything he said ask you. Because if you answer him, people will laugh at me and at you. Do we have any Muhammadan? I mean, we have to agree that this religion of the intelligence, like why the Prophet kissed the stone? Because it's holy. And why it's holy? Because the Prophet kissed it. What do you want more? Isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious? Any Abdul? If there is any Muhammadan, feel free. Just text me and I will call you back. Yeah, joker. We can't even find a man to talk to us. Not even a single one of them is man enough to talk to us. You know, those who call just to make, you know, stupid things, nobody even heard you. You know, nobody will hear you. It's only me. So you are wasting your time. Do we have any Muhammadan? He have the courage and the knowledge. And actually, when those Muhammadan, they do what they do, like, you know, very like teenage behavior, it's telling us that they are really ashamed of their religion. Not a single one. And this is the religion of God? Any Muhammadan would like to get the versions, we have a box of versions. Before it's too late. Anyone? So as you see, this book is there's no need to challenge it because it's so silly. I mean, when somebody say, look at this verse before. If Allah help you, none can overcome you. And if He forsake you, who is after Him can help you? Muhammad, he promised the Muslims that 100 can win against 1,000. They went to war, they got busted. Muhammad trying to copy the Bible. If God is with you, who could be against you? Hey Muslim, did Allah forsake you? I mean, He forsake you in war, He forsake you in economy, He forsake you in everything. In your religion. Like, just who can answer? Is it possible that when Muhammad he stole the underwear, Allah forsake him? You know, when the Muslims, they accuse Muhammad's wife Aisha that she became a prostitute and she was sleeping around with a guy, his name is Safwan. Did Allah forsake Muhammad and he waited more than 40 days before he sent the verse to say she did not do it? Muhammad waited all this time for what? He was waiting to see. Now Aisha, she have her period. She's a growing woman. He want to see if she have a period or not. Otherwise, why Allah did not give a verse second day? Why he waited all this time? I mean, the story is all over the town, and Muhammad did not say a word. Muhammad, after investigating the story of his wife, he found that there's 3 witnesses. So what Muhammad did, he says we need 4. So he was waiting for 2 things: to see if his wife, she will get a net, and then he cannot deny it, because everybody knows that Muhammad is impotent. Even the Quran mention it. So if she is, then he cannot defend her. So he was waiting until she got her period. And then he noticed that there's only 3 witnesses. So what Muhammad, he said? 4 witnesses. What, if any, opinion do you have regarding the argument if Jesus was sent to the Jews, who was the Injil for? But who is the one behind the argument you are mentioning? You are making this argument? Is that your argument, or this argument of the Muslims? I'm not sure. You see, when the Muslims, they say that Jesus was sent to the Jews, right? If Jesus was sent to the Jews, then how the Muslim, they accept the Quran in chapter 36, verse number 14, saying that the Messiah, he have 3 messengers, and they went to the city of Antioch. You know what I mean? If Jesus was sent to the Jews, then the messenger should not go to anyone except the Jews. So in chapter 36, verse number 14, those are the messengers of the Messiah, and they went all the way to the city of Antioch, and even those 3 messengers, they did a lot of miracles. And if you go and read the Muslim interpretation, you will see that those messengers are Simon Peter, John, and Paul. And all of us, we knew that Muslims, they attack Paul always because they are dummy like their prophet. So this is the answer for the argument. And for sure, the Injil is other proof that Muhammad is a thief. Muhammad, he took the Latin name of the Greek word. He did not take any Hebrew name for the Bible. So if Jesus was sent to the Jews, why his book name is in Latin or in Greek language? Do we have any Muhammadan here would like to call us? Mayday, mayday, mayday. As you see, Islam is very silly, is very stupid. Only stupid ones can believe in such a stupid cult. I mean, this is the most silly, stupid religion. I don't even need to study Islam to prove that it's stupid. It's all over. And even when you read the Quran, if you ask the Muslim, okay, look, it says here, and tell them that the story about the town. If you read the interpretation here, it says, the translation says, the town was Antioch. The town was Antioch. But nowhere in the Quran it says that. Okay, so how we will learn that this is Antioch? And how we will know who are those 3 messengers? And what we learn from these messengers? And what they did? What the point of this story? We do not know where, we do not know who, we do not know what happened, and he is telling them, tell them. Like, tell them what? Too much hashish. How this book can be a book of guidance if you don't tell us you are talking about who, what is that? And the funny is, the Quran keeps saying a clear book. And what make it more funny, the Quran says we made it in clear details. Are you sure? Yes, it's clear. Okay, what is the meaning of this verse? Allah knows best. What about this one? Allah knows best. What about this one? Well, this one, the scholar, they agree about, not to agree about the meaning. So how this Quran is made so clear, and the Muslims, they cannot accept any interpretation. Every one of them give you different interpretation for the same verse. Even the meaning of words, they cannot agree about. Look, as long as we are in chapter 2, what about read the story of Adam and Eve so we can die laughing? Bring to me this guy, Andrew, the pimp. Hey, Andrew, potato. Look at this. Allah, he said to Muhammad, and remember what? Like, what the heck is that? And remember, where in the Quran it says, and remember, it says here, وَإِذَا قَالَ رَبُّكَ, and when Allah he said, but when Allah he said that, in which book it says that? If you read with me, you will die laughing. It says, when Allah he said to the angels, verily I'm going to place mankind generation after generation earth. Like, what the heck? This is what the Quran is saying? I will place mankind generation after generation? You change the translator, you will find different story. Look. Let us go to different one. Another idiot. Doody. Hey, Doody, how are you? Just recall what? This guy, he was not even a believer, supposedly. Recall the time when your Lord said to the angels, I'm going to appoint a vicegerent. What the heck is that? In Arabic it says Khalifa. You know, Khalifa, caliphate. Khalifa, somebody inherit. And this is why the Muslims, they believe that somebody was before Muhammad was before Adam was there, and supposedly they are angels and Allah killed them all. Some they say they are genies. So okay, remember when Allah he says, I'm going to create a caliphate in the earth, and then they said, they humbly, what humbly? Where did those words coming from? I mean, I have to keep jumping like a monkey from translation to translation. Humbly, the Quran say the word humbly where? Who can show it to me? I mean, what a stupid religion. Look, we change the translator now. Okay. They said, will thou place, look, where is the word humbly is gone? It's gone. No more humbly now. Will thou place therein one who will do harm therein and will shed blood? Look, hold on. Adam will shed the blood of who? There's no human being there. I mean, he is the only human. We are talking about the first man. Imagine I live alone in this earth, and now I'm going to shed the blood. I think the angels were talking about Adam shaving, and he cut his cheek when he was doing his beard. And how the angels, they knew? The Muslim, they were saying, no, this is about Adam and his children. No problem. But that's mean the angels, they know that in the future. And how Allah, he proved that the angels are stupid, and he said to them, after they said that to him, he said, surely I know that which you know not. What the heck? So now Allah, he wanted to prove to them that he knew what they know not. I mean, this is driving me nuts. Imagine, I know what you know not, man. Really? What do you know? I know nothing. What the heck? So they said to him, Adam will do mischief in the earth. What he said to them? I know what you know not. That's something. And then Allah, he accused the angels to be a bunch of liars. Look what he said. He taught Adam all the names, and then he showed them to angels, saying, inform me the name of these if you are truthful. Have you ever heard of such a stupid test and exam? I will have a cat and I will ask you. I gave my cat a name. What the name of my cat? If you could not tell me the name of the cat, you are a liar. Why? Because you do not know the future. In the same time, this is how I prove to you that I'm God. Have you ever heard of a stupid way to prove that Allah is knowledgeable? He is the one who gave the names for those things. So how he is asking them to tell the names, shouldn't that be the opposite? If you want to show them that he knew, nobody can hide anything, you should say, okay, take those things and give them names. You give them names, don't tell me. Okay, go. Go behind the tree, go there, and name those things, and ask me the names, and I will tell you. And then they will say, wow, how Allah, he knew the names. But what he did the opposite. He want to prove that they do not know. So what he did, he called his cat Susu, and his dog Dudu, and the refrigerator, and then he placed those things in the front of them, and he said, what, you tell me the name, okay, tell me the name. One of them, he says, this is Joe Biden? This is the proof that this is from God. If this is the book which is proving to us that this is from God, so what is silly and what Joe Biden is? I mean, you know, the thing is more clear. Have you ever heard of somebody, he want to prove that he is the best of knowledge, he write the answers, and he asked them, what is the question? I wish he did that, actually. He named the names of things, and he told them, tell me the names if you are truthful. And how Allah, he accused the angels to be untruthful. In kuntum sadiqeen. The second you say in kuntum sadiqeen, mean if you are telling the truth, if you are not lying. So Allah accused the angels to be lying. And that will take us to other problem. The Muslims, they say that Jibreel is the Holy Spirit. Well, how the angels are a bunch of liars, all of them. As you see, the angels, all of them, they said that, not one. And when the Lord, he said to the angels, I am going to do this, what they said? And who is the one who speak always in the name of the angels? Jibreel. He is the head. If you ask the Muslim, who is the highest angel, they will say Jibreel. So what they said, and who is the one who said what they say? Jibreel. So if Allah is saying to Jibreel and all the angels, they are a bunch of liars, you are not truthful, then how the Quran called Jibreel the Holy Spirit, as Muslim they claim? Holy Spirit. And secondly, you idiot, how they are a spirit and they are bowing down to Adam? How a spirit can bow down? Are they spirit or they are physically creatures? Respond to the arrest of Christian apologist from Indonesia. Isn't this the one they arrested him before? My friend, you should know, you should learn that if you live in Indonesia, don't debate Muslim. Leave that for the one who live abroad. You know that this religion is a religion of the cowards. They are cowards. Satanic. Don't debate them when you are living in their land or controlled by them. This is not their land, actually. This is your land. You know what will happen next. So leave that job for those who live abroad. They are cowards. The second you say something, getting their prophet busted, they will put you in jail and mostly even they will kill you, for they are cowards. Do we have any Muhammadan here? You have the courage and the knowledge. This is how your God, he proved that he knew the unseen by giving the names for the things, and then he asked them what is the names. And not only that, we found that the angels, they were right. Adam and his children later, they commit sin. So Allah is proving them to be wrong, and he said to them, if you are truthful, which means they are liars. But the fact they are not lying, it was true. Isn't it you Muslim, you claim that Allah, he kicked Adam from heaven? Why he kicked him out? My friend, don't ask me about, do you know this guy, do you know that guy? I don't care for names. Don't ask me in the chat, please. Question about, do you know this guy, do you know that channel? Those questions, I find them silly, with my respect to the one who's asking. I don't care for anyone. I don't care for anyone. I trust no one except my Lord. My trust never was in a human being. My trust is always in my Lord. And the Lord, he gave us a brain. He gave us knowledge. He gave us a heart. And he gave us the Bible. A true believer, he will not be under the influence of an individual, no matter who, including me, for he is a believer. But a person who is a lousy, who have no faith, he is in the wind. Satan can take him, can bring him, can shoot him, can lift him up, he can put him down, for he have no ground. Never put your trust on the man, including me. The man is a sinner. If the man was good, there's no need for hell and heaven. I am here just to share my knowledge, to help you to think with me. You know, there's some people, they are gifted, and all of us, we knew that. There's people, they can read perfectly, but there's people, they do not understand what they are reading. And there's people who do not know how to read perfectly, but they are so deep in reading. And this is what is missing in our life. We read, but we don't understand. We don't focus. We don't try to connect the dots together. And then we will find disasters. Bowing down to Adam, go change your name, Messiah, Muslim. The Messiah is not a Muslim. Come here with different Muslim name, and you are welcome. Don't insult my Lord Jesus. For the Messiah to be a Muslim, he have to be a pervert like your prophet, going after a 6-year-old girl. For the Messiah to be a Muslim, he have to jump in a water, have dead dogs and women blood from period and garbage, stinky garbage, and then he will be a Muslim. For the Messiah to be a Muslim, he have to go and stare at women when they are walking down street, and then he go to the wife and he say, take off your panty. For the Jesus to be Muslim, he have to teach you the same as Muhammad taught you, that you can cheat in your wife and you can lie to your wife, and the wife, she can lie to her husband. To be for Jesus, to be a Muslim, he had to be a thief, and people should accuse him that he stole an underwear. Don't let me go there, man. I will make you shish kebab. So they come here to insult Jesus by saying Jesus is a Muslim. What a fraud you are. This is the book of Jesus. Did he say you can cheat? Did he say you can look at a woman and you can go and lust with her? Did he say that you can sleep with 10, 45, 30? Did he say that a prophet, he can have unlimited women he can sleep with? Did he say that you can attack your neighbor and take the blondie girls? Did he say you can go have sex with the children? Did he say that you can lie in 3 ways? And what is left to your friend and to your enemy and to your family? Who is left? Never mention the name of the Messiah in your name. You have nothing to do with him. You are a follower of Muhammad, the devil. The Lord, he said, from their fruit you shall know them, and the fruit of your prophet is disgusting. Stealing names from us will not make you a religion. You are just a thief. They think if they steal names from us, they have a religion now. No, you don't. Your religion is a cocktail of theft. Some from the Jews, some from the Christians, some from the Hindus, some from the Zerdusht. You know, the fountain of life, the flying carpet of Solomon, Bahrain, you know, all of us, we know where those stories coming from. Go and open the story of Gilgamesh and die laughing. Zulqarnain is a Muslim. Alexander the Great. They stole the stories from everybody. You know, this guy Muhammad is like there's like 50 people in the bathroom, and then a hurricane wind came, and all their poop is all over the walls, and that is a Quran now. How in the world this guy Alexander the Great became a Muslim? And what he found people who cannot understand anything, and then next to it he found the people of Gog and Magog. And then those who do not understand anything, a second ago you said you didn't understand anything, a second after they said they become smart, they are asking Alexander the Great to build a dam. Go watch the video of what his name? Yasser Kadhi, the whole narrative. Watch the video about Gog and Magog. Muslims are going crazy with this story. They cannot find Gog and Magog. So some they say they are maybe frogs. The other people they say maybe they are like invisible. The other, what invisible? What, you know, your prophet even described how they how good they are in sex. And then now we cannot find Gog and Magog. And you know, those Gog and Magog, they are so good in bedroom to the point, you know, when you have one child, they will have 1,000. I mean, what the heck is that? Is that a rat? And Gog and Magog, we can stop them by building a dam made of iron? You never heard of something called rust? And those people, Gog and Magog, they will not go through until the day of judgment. A Muslim saying to me, Allah is God. Okay. Well, Allah is God, but he's stupid then. I don't mind, by the way, if you say to me, Allah is God, but he's a stupid God. Look at this story. I mean, your stupid God could not get with better lie to convince us to worship him. Your God is the one who found where the sun set. I mean, even Joe Biden did not come with this lie. He keeps saying there's no inflation, there's no inflation, there's no inflation. And the Muslim, they keep trying to cover up. They says, yeah, there's no inflation. Tell when he reached the rising place of the sun, like what the heck is that? Where is that? Where is the place where the sun rises? And before that, he found where the sun set. And he found it sitting in muddy spring. And then they say to us, the Quran is amazing. Can you make a book like this? Nobody, for sure. Nobody can make a book like this. Can you? Till when he reached the sitting place of the sun, he found it sitting in muddy spring, and he found people thereabout where said, "O Dhul Qarnayn, either punish us or show us kind of." What the heck is that? I mean, what kind of request is request? Is this third option? A man, he came to the prophet. He said to him, my wife, she gave birth. Guess what? The prophet, he said a boy. The guy, he said no. The prophet, he said a girl then. The man, he was amazed how the prophet knew. That's amazing, brother. Either punish us or show kindness. And they are asking for the punishment. Why? And when you ask the Muslim about this verse, they will say to you, no, no, no. This is from the perspective of Zulkarnain, where it says that the one is talking is Allah. Says he reached the sitting place of the sun. He reached the sitting place. It's a place. He found it. He found it. It's not. He is not saying maybe. He is not saying he thought. So the Muslim, in order to fix the stupidity of this book, they try to duct tape. So now suddenly it says, from his perspective, brother, duct tape cult. This remind me, by the way, like I will tell you a true story. Once I was taking the flying carpet of my grandfather, and you know, like I was like, you know, I went to Brazil. I don't know if you know, many of you heard of Brazil. By the way, it's called Brazil because women there, they don't wear bra. And I am the one who gave it the name. So Brazil, like the bra is gone. So I said, let me give it the name Brazil. And then I stopped in my way. I said, next to Brazil, let me stop like I want to eat rice. And then I stop in Indonesia, because Indonesia in the border of Brazil, you know, this is why they have rice there, because those people don't wear bra, and people who don't wear bra, they need to eat rice. So anyway, so I stopped in Indonesia, and I said to them, you know, I want to eat rice. They said to me, you know, our country is a desert, because as you know, Indonesia is very desert. There's no green, there's no trees. The only thing they have there is camels and ducks, you know. So I said to myself, like, what the heck? Indonesia have no rice, and it's a desert. Let me go to somewhere where it is really a lot of flowers and a greenery. So I decided to go to Mecca, and Mecca is full of flowers, brother. You know, it's you know. And then I stopped there, and I found a lot of rice and hummus. Hummus, you can find hummus everywhere. You go on the street, hummus, hummus, hummus. So I said to myself, now I ate rice, I get the hummus, I'm happy. I will go back home. But I forgot where my country is. So I said, you know what? I don't remember what the name of my country, because what happened, like when my father and my mother, they got married, they were terrorists. And they were using the flying carpet, so I was born in the air, brother. I mean, this is a story. Here we go. Can you make a story like this? Who can make a story like this? The guy, he found where the sun set, and he reached the sitting place of the sun. Where is that? Is that in the Brazil? Or Zilbra? I mean, his stupidity is amazing. When you read in the Quran about Solomon, he have a flying carpet. I mean, how do you explain the flying carpet, you idiot? And then you read the Muslim stories about how big the flying carpet. It fit for there is 600,000 chairs in the top of it. And all the kingship of Solomon, which is what? Which is host birds. Have you ever heard, except Mickey Mouse stories and cartoon, that there's a guy, he have an army of birds and chicken? When somebody is, you know, when somebody says he converted to Islam, you must be a donkey. Look at this, brother. Look at this. This story, by the way, is very convincing. You know, for me, I became a believer in Allah right away when I saw it. Right away. It's, who can come with a story like this? So Allah, he gave Sulaiman a knowledge. What is the knowledge? Allah, he taught him the language of the birds. Sulaiman speak all the language of the birds. Chicken, kukuruku, bakaruku, doesn't matter, Mickey, all of them. So now Sulaiman, Allah, why Allah taught him the language of the birds? What about Allah, he teach Muhammad how to read the Quran? So Allah, he taught Sulaiman the language of the birds. Okay, what the benefit now? Look at the benefit. Because Sulaiman, he have an army of a human and genie and birds. Bok, 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 bok. And then suddenly Sulaiman, he go to the valley of the ants. That's California, brother. California is full of ants. So he arrived to the valley of the ants. What the heck is that? Have you ever heard of something called the valley of the ants? If there is a single place in this earth don't have ants. And then one of the ants, she said to the other ants, look at the details, look, brother, look at this. This is a miracle. This is a genius. This is what the story. This is, by the way, a story for adults, not for kids. I'm telling you, if you are under the age of 70, just leave. It's not healthy for you. Such a story is going to hurt your feeling because it's full of emotion and wisdom. So one of the ants, she said to the other ants, like, what the heck? So Suleiman, he heard one ant only. What happened to the other trillion ants? Suleiman, he was able to isolate all the ants. And by the way, in Arabic it says قالت. But ants don't talk. قالت means she said. Ants are deaf and mute. They communicate by vibration or chemical. How Suleiman, he know that language? He vibrate when he talk. Hey Suleiman, what are you doing? I'm speaking to the ants. What the heck? But they cannot hear you. You have to knock at their back. You have to touch them. Not only make a sound. You have to vibrate. So one of the ants, she said, oh ants, otherwise enter your dwelling, otherwise this Suleiman will kill you. Like, look at this, I will pay all the money I have, which is a lot of money. You cannot imagine. Good for you if you win. You know, I feel sorry actually for you. Anyway, so lest Suleiman will kill you. How the ant, she knew his name? I mean, we got that Suleiman, he understand the language of the ants, even though Allah, he taught him the language of the birds. I mean, that's a miracle. I taught Allah, he taught Suleiman the language of the birds. And now the guy is speaking to the ants. Are you sure he learned the language of the birds? Maybe he entered the classroom of the ants. Here it says, and we have been taught the language of the birds. And then suddenly he's talking to the ants. So one of the ants, she said, enter your door and lest Suleiman will crush you. How the ant, she knew his name? Do you think he have a sticker? Do you think this ant was educated? Maybe she have Google. She took a screenshot or, took a picture and search in Google. It says Solomon. And she said to her, oh, this is Solo and this is the moon. This is what we are looking for, Solomon. What? This is God telling us a story? And then they bring us idiot to say to us, I believe in Islam to be terrorism. Look at the eyes of this guy. I mean, look how serious. If his eyes like this, his balls is like what now? They must be like a watermelon because the lies is getting bigger and bigger. Be careful, they will explode. Have you ever heard of a prophet, his God, he sent him a dish of shish kebab to make his penis work? Ask Mr. Andrew, he's expert with this field. I mean, what's wrong with this Prophet Muhammad? He was bewitched, his penis is not working, Allah, he sent a dish of shish kebab, Allah, he did plastic surgery, Allah, he took his heart, his chest, his liver, he washed them with zamzam, then a dish full of faith and wisdom sent down and they install it. What the heck is that? And then they will say to you, Islam is logical. If this is logical, what is stupidity? And to be honest with you, ants in the Middle East are different. They speak languages. If they don't speak language, when they bite you, they will make you speak the language. Like you will say, well, like you will start speaking in tongues. Suleiman, he noticed one of the ants, she said. And then what Suleiman, he did, he laughed. What the heck is that? And why Allah telling us this? And then Suleiman, after he heard this, he heard her speech. Hey, Anne, did you finish your speech? Please sit down. The ant, she done. All ants, sit down. Okay, she finished her speech. Suleiman, he said, my Lord, inspire, bestow upon me the power and ability. May I be grateful for the favor which you have. I mean, this is not a favor. Imagine if I can hear every movement of every insect, I would go crazy. First of all, how he can hear it when the ant is mute? And if he is able to get the vibration, I mean, how annoying to be Suleiman, because there's billions of ants. That means Solomon, he can hear every ant, any ant. And do you know how many ants there is in one hive or colony? And this story is like, you know, it's good, like a grandmother is telling the kids before they sleep. One of the ants, she said to the other ant that please don't do manicure, because if like, what the heck is that? What this is a book of God. And the funny is, the chapter, it's called the chapter of the ants. Christian Prince, didn't you swear on the Bible that you will not let him talk here? Well, he did not use a voice to recognize. I was trying to recognize, and I did not swear. I don't swear. I said, I promise you. And I did not let him talk. He did not use his voice. As soon as I noticed this is his voice, I put him down. This guy, he just came from the bathroom. He was thinking about a question about the guy who called 2 hours ago. He thought about it, and now the question came. Didn't you swear? No, I did not swear. I don't swear. I promised. We Christians are not allowed to swear. Yea, yea, or nay, nay. Do we have any brave Muslim? Any brave Muslim? Are we out of customers? So I think today I should share with you why it's amazing. The Quran is amazing, brother. I mean, who can defeat that? And now we understand why a pimp, he thinks Islam is good. He is a pimp. He is just using the religion for his own purpose. Any Abdul? Last call, Mayday. Any brave Abdul? Anyone? If you like to join us, just text me in Skype and I will call you immediately. Don't worry, Allah will be with you, my friend. He will give you the flying carpet to flee. He will make you understand the language of the ants. And by the way, I find it very funny, sorry, not funny. The Muslim, they say that when Suleiman, he inspected the birds, he found one of them is missing. Who is the one is missing, brother? This bird. What the heck? What? Who is this bird? Look, this is a King Solomon. And now there's a bird is missing? What? How dare you? Where you go? The king, he came to check on you, and you are not there. You coward. Do you know what will happen to you now? Since you went missing and absent? The hudhud was absent. Where he go? The one who's talking about this story is Allah? Who is this guy? Hey guys, I cannot stay longer because the Hoopo is coming to visit me. And you know, he is the Minister of Watering and Irrigation. He's what? He is the Minister of Watering and Irrigation. If you read what the Muslims, they say that Solomon, he have this bird, for this bird can lead them for water. And he can see under the ground. So a guy was debating Ibn Abbas. You can read the story in Ibn Kathir if you want. Go to Ibn Kathir tafsir, you can read it. So he said to Ibn Abbas, stop, stop, stop. I mean, your lie became so big, Abdul. This is in the time of Muhammad, by the way. Stop. You want to convince me that this bird can't find and see water under the ground, yet a little child, he can put some seed in a trap and cover it by some dirt, and we trap him and we catch him. So how come he can see all the way down the ground, but he cannot see that this is a trap? And then Ibn Abbas, he decided to get him busted. So he said, if I am not afraid that people will say that I was defeated, you know, I will refute you. How will you refute? He start cursing him. Awee to you, may Allah make you blind. Awee to you, may Allah make you disabled. Awee. The guy said, okay. You know what? I'm not going to ask questions no more. We have Aywa, he is a Muslim, and he said CP is but hurt. This is why he hates Islam. I don't know, Aywa, I don't know what do you mean by that. Are you saying that Islam is in my butt? Supposedly he's trying to insult me now. Well, my friend, if this is the case, you are in the right place. You just insulted your God. CP's butt hurt, that's why he hates Islam. That's a good point, brother. By the way, I heard that your prophet, because he is a scientifically accurate, he said that when you call for a prayer, shaitan, he fought. And not only that, he said that shaitan, he take hair from your anus when you pray. Who is the one who his butt is hurting? You pray 5 times a day to Allah, and what shaitan is doing is taking hair from your anus each time you pray. And you are talking about the hair and talking about the butt is hurting. And now I challenge you to say that your butt is not hurting, because if you say though, that's meaning Muhammad lied. And if you want me to show you the hadith, here we go. Who is the one who, you know, Muslim, remember, you're talking to Christian Prince. Anything you say to me, I will give you a story about your prophet and you will die laughing at yourself. Anything. Just imagine. Use your imagination. This is the book of Sharh al-Qadir. Sharh al-Jami' al-Saghir. Value number 2. Mr. Butt, are you there? Where is Mr. Butt? Are you there? Value number 2, page number 446. What shaitan he do to Muslims when they pray according to the Prophet? Let us use Google translation. If you know Arabic, you can read it right away. إن الشيطان لا يأتي أحدكم وهو في صلاته فيأخذ بشعرة من دبره فيمدها فيرى أي يظن المصلي أنه أحدث. Let's read the translation. Huh? You want to talk about butt hurting? This is your butt, my friend. We give you the proof for it. And Abu Lahab, if you don't stop doing that, I will block you. I don't like your jokes. Change your name or stop doing those things. Each time you put my name next to your silly talk, you know, you are being annoying. This is the last warning. Read with me. This is your prophet saying, this is authentic with the correct chain of transmission, like a car, yeah. He said, the prophet in the authority of etc., etc., verily, Satan will come to one of you while he is in prayer. Hadith number 2027. He will take hair from his buttocks. Are you there, Abdul? Mr. Butt. Here we go. This is your text. And this is the hadith of your prophet. Who is his butt is hurting? You tell me. Who his butt is hurting? Is that the Christian Prince or you? Shaitan take hair from your buttocks? Be honest with me. Can you use now today? We have a slow motion camera. Can you? I have a challenge for all the Muslims, because this happened for every Muslim. Who is the Muslim when I put a camera and record the slow motion? The slower you can, please. You see, we will not be able to see shaitan, but we will be able to see shaitan taking hair from your ass. The hair is visible. We will see the hair is coming out from your anus. The hair is moving, the hair is straight out, and then you fart. And to prove that you farted, don't forget, you can light a candle behind your anus. And not to forget to mention that farting is flammable. So as soon as you fart, because shaitan, he is taking hair from your anus, your buttocks, your ass will go in flame with the candle behind it. And you are talking about hair butt? Be careful, Muslims. You are talking to Christian prince. You try to insult me, I will whip the floor with your stories, with you. I have all your garbage. You are talking to me, not to those blue eyes American who do not know anything about your garbage. All your laundry here. Prove it wrong. Guys, our Ayon, he is saying to me, prove it wrong. But you are the one who said my CP ass is hurt. So now you are saying to me your ass is hurt? Guys, he's challenging me to prove that the story of Muhammad about taking hair from his ass is wrong. Oh, one day I'm going to die from laughing. You potato, you are asking me to prove that your anus is under the attack of shaitan and he's playing with your anus? You want me to prove that? Me? Okay, open your camera. Sorry, I can't breathe from laughing. I had to plug the microphone. Oh boy. Even though it's cold, I'm sweating now. Man, those Abdul, they are so smart. Prove it wrong. Prove what wrong? That shaitan take hair from their anus. So now this Abdul, he's lying to himself. He want to prove that his prophet did not lie. And he's asking me to prove that his anus is under the attack of shaitan, and shaitan, he take hair from his anus. Hold on. Look at this answer. The answer is getting more complicated. Guys, look at this. Just to show you how low IQ this religion. Anyone who follow it, you cannot find somebody have an IQ in any way. Look at this. Brother, how you can refute this? Brother, look at this, brother. People, focus. Man, you involve yourself in a topic that was humans cannot comprehend. What the heck? What happened to your anus? No human can comprehend. So look, he is saying, are you saying that shaitan? Are you claiming? Let me. I mean, my screen is my screen is full of screenshot. I mean, this is crazy. Those people are really crazy. It's hilarious. Look what he just said. Are you claiming that shaitan cannot take care of some of your anus? No, brother, I cannot claim such a claim. This is big. This is nuclear. This is too much for me. This is above my salary. You know, I mean, who can do that? Are you claiming that shaitan cannot take hair from your anus? But isn't it you who say that my ass is the one is hurting? It turned to be now the argument, it's your ass is hurting. And why you don't prove it to us? I mean, you Muslims, you just put a camera behind all of you, you know, let us point the camera at your anus and then do slow motion and prove your, you know, is that a Big Bang Theory? Be honest with me. Now I know where the Big Bang Theory is coming from. I mean, what a religion, this religion. This is a religion. People, do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it is hilarious. And those people believe whatever this man, Muhammad, he told them, that shaitan take hair from your buttocks. That's mean, according to Muhammad, shaitan, he play with the anus of the Prophet of Allah every day, 5 times a day at least. And if Muhammad was more a person who pray more than the Muslims, that means he is bald in his anus. And shaitan, he is out of hair. Do you see how stupid this is not even a religion. This is stupidity. Who is here for the first time? If you are here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. And if you are here for the second time, don't forget to unsubscribe. Otherwise, I will call the shaitan to take hair from your anus. Watch your anus. The Prophet of Allah, he warned us. Hey brother, do you think there is a way to prevent shaitan from playing there? Like, I mean, what about you wear 2 panties? What do you think? Still he can go? What about if you, like, you know, when you pray, you bend over and there is the wall behind you, like you make your anus just touching the wall. Do you think still he can take hair? What if you shave it yourself? What he will take then? Nothing. You have nothing. Like, what the heck with this religion, man? This is from God? And who is the one who told Muhammad this science? Allah? That's deep, man. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Shaitan will take from your anus hair. Ameen. What the heck is that? I'm really convinced. I don't know how, you know, I'm so glad that Einstein is dead. Otherwise, he will convert to Islam. I mean, that's it. Or Newton. For those like genius, you know, they will see like this is actually this is what he was trying to prove about the gravity and electron and proton. I mean, those things is there. Look, the proton. The Muslims are involved in a heavy topic nobody can comprehend. What is making it even more funny, nobody can comprehend, brother. Like, do you see the word comprehend? We are in the year 2022. Hey, Ayon, do you have insurance over your anus? Because it sounds like you are in the big danger, man. But don't you think that this like attack, you know, keep taking hair from there will make it like inflammatory, and you will have like cancer or something? Look at this face. You guys, man, you are genius. You look like genius. I was wondering where I saw you before. Now I know. I saw you in the land of genius. Genius. Yeah. This is why you can comprehend the anus situation, but I cannot. May Allah bless your anus, my friend. Hey, Muslims, let us pray for the Muslim anus to be under protection so Shaitan cannot target it no more. Can we use a spray? What if you know what? I don't know if that will work or not. It is not to go there. Anyway, guys, did we have a good time? I hope so. As you see, we open our Skype. Those covered don't dare to call me. Only their kids. This is a stupid religion, and only foolish ones, they will believe in such a foolish thing. My duty here is to share with you knowledge you don't have. I'm a person who don't sugarcoat things. You can notice from the language I use, but I don't use a language to be filthy, like when we use the word penis, vagina is not the purpose, but it's education. Because this is what the Quran is saying, this is what Muhammad is saying, so we have to use it. But we are here to share with you the truth, and I hope you are learning, you are taking reference, and later you will share it with your friends, your family, so nobody can fool them. Education, my friend, is power. The Bible says, my nation been destroyed because of their ignorance. The people of Israel, they've been destroyed many times because of ignorance. And that can happen to you. And the devil have many ways. And the devil, he can target only the foolish one. And the foolish ones is the one who built their house on the sand, as it says in the book of Matthew. And Islam is building faith on the sand. It's a silly, it's a stupid, it's satanic, it's control your, make you a person of lust. All what you want is just sex and money and gold and silver. The true God is not there. For number one, God is love. Islam is hate. For number one, God is holy. The God of Islam is a pimp. For number one, God, our God, he don't lie. God is not a liar. He's not a man who lie. Their God is a liar. Only Satan give the fruit of Satan. Jesus says, who is the father of all lies? It is Satan. He is the father of all lies. And Islam is one of his lies. And only if you are a fool, Satan, he can fool you. And if a fool like Muhammad can fool you, how foolish are you? Thank you for being here. Feel free to join us in Patreon if you care. And if you don't care, no problem. God bless you. This is your brother Christian Prince, was serving you humbly for today and sharing education with you for free. The Lord, he says, for free you give, for free you took, for free you give. And take and share with your friends what you learned today for free. Your family, your wife, your daughter, your son, your husband, share. Don't be selfish. Spread the truth, and the truth will set you free. Thank you all. Christ is Lord. Islam is a fraud, and we prove it every day. Take care.